Greetings, Rodimus Prime. Optimus.
Hey y'all, my name is Link Frostmas, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Tatakai Chou Robot Seimeitai Transformer Cybertron Soul Shireikan Rodimus Convoy! And you thought this was going to be Kingdom Rodimus Prime. April Fools! Wait, what day is it today? And this reissue, as designated by Fukokuban, comes packaged in his futuristic truck mode, or should I say his Space Winnebago. And for an original 80s envisioned futuristic vehicle design, this is pretty cool. The red color and flames may be a bit excessive, but it's all part of that 80s charm. And, not gonna lie, something about this thing slaps. Props to the designers for creating a brand new vehicle design. And this toy captures the screen appearance pretty well, but man, the pure novelty of G1 toys. You might not get a great robot mode, but you can definitely expect quality when it comes to the vehicles. Case in point, chromed exhaust pipes and rubber tires. Oh, truly lost arts in mainline figures, and masterpiece too, especially rubber tires. This makes Rodimus roll like a dream. And you know what else is a dream? The fact that I still have this. Like I mentioned in my first video, my dad sold pretty much all of his G1 collection, but this remains one that he didn't sell and instead gave it to me. And for a hand-me-down that's decades old, it still holds up pretty well. There are a bit of scuffs on the right pipes and some stickers that are starting to wear and tear, but hey, that's what you get for letting a child mess with these things, Dad. And that's right, I said stickers. Back in the day, every G1 figure came with a sheet of one of these bad boys. And I know how much we love to just clown on putting on stickers, but I remember back in the day, putting them on being pretty fun. You're the one who's adding the detail, but you definitely needed a steady hand. And for the most part, my dad did, because I believe that it was him who applied these stickers onto Rodimus. But again, I said for the most part. The stickers look cool, some of them are even reflective, but it was done more to add more details to bland sculpts. There's not that many sculpted details on this guy, so the stickers are there to pick up the slack. Speaking of stickers, check this out. Oh? It doesn't work anymore. This is one of the famous G1 rub signs, stickers that you would rub and it would reveal the faction insignia of the Transformer, but it doesn't work anymore. Oh. I guess you can't preserve every part of your classic toys. Oh well. And overall, I like this truck. Looks like Rodimus, feels like Rodimus, has a nice weight and length to it even though he may be a little small, but it's Rodimus through and through. Now as y'all know though, a truck has two components, the cab and the trailer. You can split them, but this is just one half of Hot Rod and the other half Rodimus legs. There's additional wheels so he can still roll, but taking a look underneath, this is obviously a robot in a very poor disguise. Here is G1 Rodimus Prime, and he's a goofy fella, I'll tell you what. First of all, a painfully simple transformation. Most G1 toys didn't have the most complex transformations, but I remember them being fun to do. This one, no. Literally like 5 steps, that's it. And looks like it's one of the first cases of parts forming! Oh no! And the result is a robot mode that doesn't look like the cartoon, but more like the concept art. And here's why. All the new characters designed for the movie were done differently. Whereas pre-existing toys were redesigned for animation, new characters like Rodimus were specifically created for animation first and toys later. So this design actually looks more like Floro Deary's concept art for Rodimus instead of Toei's revision of that design. However, that doesn't mean this guy looks cool. He doesn't. The super tall, stiff, and lanky proportions is not a great look. Look, no figures from G1 are even close to having proper proportions, but a lot of them manage to still look cool. Too bad Rodimus isn't one of them. The colors, the sticker details, and the die-cast feet are all neat, but that isn't gonna save him. And his face has been the subject of much ridicule throughout the years, and it's deserved because he looks absolutely zooted. Hot Rod aged a lot when he became Rodimus Prime, but this is too much. And I don't know, there's not really much else to say. I'm honestly just not blown away by this guy. Not even those side exhaust gauntlets are that impressive. They're super tiny. Bland front, profile is hollow, but damn boy, he's thick! Absolutely caked out. And his back is just as boring. Overall, this is G1 Rodimus. I don't really have much else to say. He's just not that cool of a toy. Hopefully, I can say more about his accessories. First, his weapon of choice, Saisho. Photon Eliminator, his iconic black rifle. The length and the sculpted detail is impressive, and I really like the fins on the sides, and it pegs them to either hand. I'll admit, I guess this does make him look a little cooler. Hokanomono, Toreda. We got a nice look at the trailer earlier, but what we didn't cover is that it can transform! Mobile Defensa! He is packing a whole ass turret everywhere he goes. Stand him inside to complete the look. The turret and the blast shields are awesome, not gonna lie. And being a mobile battle station, it can roll. And the turret can swivel. Not as playful as G1 Optimus's trailer, but Rodimus is still bringing that firepower. And that's all his accessories. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to store his Photon Eliminator. Not even inside his trailer. In fact, these shields are separate pieces. You need to take them off to collapse the turret, but even they can't fit inside the trailer. These accessories are cool, but they don't really add a whole lot of play value to him. But maybe you can bring out more of him with his articulation, right? That's it. Out of everything you see on him, his arms are the only part of him that's properly articulated. Since his toe and head tucks into himself, I'm not going to count them. Now, G1 isn't known for articulated figures. In fact, most of them are glorified bricks, more or less. But Rodimus is a whole nother level. He's one of the least articulated G1 figures. You can't do anything with him. He's a brick. He looks like a brick, feels like a brick, and is tall as a brick. That segment kind of sucked, sorry guys. He does feel too tall, but scale was the least of their concerns back then, in terms of toys and the cartoon. I may have been harsh on this over 30-year-old toy, but even for a figure of his time, Rodimus Prime doesn't have a lot going for him. Hell, his vehicle mode is cooler than his robot mode. And it's with everything that I say that overall, G1 Rodimus Prime is bad. Let's just get this out of the way, this guy definitely did not age well. Usually, as much as I try to not let it influence me, nostalgia sways me favorably. But even my memories of playing with Rodimus Prime as a kid can't save how I think of him now. He sucks. Even with the G1 standard back in the day, I think he's no more than a meh. Nowadays, he's just a piece of history. And honestly, looking at him next to Kingdom Rodimus Prime, it's amazing how far we've come from the first Rodimus Prime toy. But his time has just long since ended. This is a toy that I don't recommend. Maybe he's your holy grail, maybe you're a G1 collector, but I'd still say maybe second guess yourself because he's honestly not all that great. Definitely cool to have. It's always cool to have G1 Transformers, but again, not a lot to do with him. As ugly as he is though, I'll admit he is eye-catching. For now though, G1 Rodimus Prime serves as a box display with my valuables shrine. One that I'm happy to still own, and a reminder of the good old days of a blissful, imaginative youth.